if Sandra Bullock's husband, Jesse James, I kid you not, that's his name, is anything to go by, the more tattoos a woman has, the more attractive she becomes. He's accused of cheating on his Oscar-winning wife with model Michelle McGee, who bears an uncanny resemblance to Bullock, except for one small detail. Almost every inch of her body is covered with tats. Maybe Jesse has a thing for tattooed women. His previous ex-wife, porn star Janine... Well, his previous wife, who was an ex, Janine Lindemulder, is something of a colourful character as well. And yet, 200 years ago, tattooed ladies were considered freaks who would show off their body art in travelling circuses. So how have we got from there to here? Are today's tattooed women striking a blow for feminism and equal rights? Well, in a moment, we're going to meet some tattooed ladies who've kindly joined us. But first, remember this.
55 and I'm going to get a tattoo.
Are you?
Oh,
Yeah.
good girl.
What are you going to get?
I don't know, just something like a little red rose or something.
Where?
'Cause Felicity Kendall is 63 and she's just got a tattoo.
Where?
And she's considering a second one. Where? I don't know, somewhere.
You're not thinking about getting... I've got a very good friend, he's got Chelsea on his
No,
forehead.
I don't fancy that. No, something
one.
small and subtle and somewhere a bit naughty.
Yeah.
Just a little bit naughty, not too naughty.
Trust me, they're great.
I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
So, have you done it yet?
Yes. Let's see. No, I thought that was a bit too subtle, actually, so then I went for...
But I've blown that already, haven't I? I'm sorry, I ruined it.
Yeah,
So
they're
they're
removable,
fakies.
they're fakies.
So-
But at least it's a good way of trying it out, because I'll try it out for the week or something. I don't know how
Road
long they
test
last,
it.
but I'll road test it first, yeah.
And are those likely designs in likely places?
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, there, because you don't, that's not always seen, but on a certain summer dress or
Yeah.
an evening dress, you see that would be
Are
just
you-
a little extra allure.
I mean, there's no point saying you are a fashion icon, of that there is no doubt. But is it possible that you may also be in danger of becoming a fashion victim?
Yeah, no, is it something that comes with a certain age? I don't know, see, I'm a bit worried about that now.
You're going for rebellious.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
You've got
strike-
a motorbike as well.
Well, that's next. And the man that goes with it.
They call them rubs, you know that, don't you? Rich urban bikers. Get yourself a rub. Now, what are they all laughing at? What's funny about that? Anyway, seriously, I mean, when I was a kid, very few women had tattoos. Today, a lot of women do. Do you think they're striking a blow for feminism, or is it fashion?
I don't know, but I still want one.
Now, Martin, you've got them.
Yeah, that's not a tattoo, that's a tattoo.
Yeah. And you've got a few on your arm.
Yeah, I am a bit of a hypocrite, really, because I don't really like tattoos on women. I think they can look nice if they're strategically placed. And I think that tattoos should be done not for fashion, just because, you know, it's part of your life, they should have some meaning. I think sometimes when these Spice Girls have all these bands around their arms, I just think that's gross. But there are some tattoos on women that can look nice if, as I say, if they are in the right place.
Where's strategically acceptable?
I just think you wouldn't like to go out with a woman and she had a nice evening gown on, she had tattoos on her. I don't think that looks particularly nice, but you could have one, at the back of the neck, base of the spine there. They call it a tramp stamp.
That's right. In fact, I had an email about just that.
I quite
actually.
like a tramp stamp,
From Dave from Liverpool. How about this from an email from a loving dad? They look awful, tramp stamps. I recently told my 21-year-old daughter who got a tattoo on the back of her neck that there are easier ways to look like a cheap whore. Nice one. Really friendly. Now, Simon, you've travelled. Women in other cultures have tattoos aplenty, don't
Yes,
they?
they do.
Polynesians.
Although generally not permanent and often, well, I've never seen anyone with a sort of spider's web on their face. Which I have done in this country.
Yeah.
Do you really know somebody who's got Chelsea on their forehead?
Pat the Tat. Hello, Pat. he's a top guy. He has Chelsea here. He has the Chelsea symbol on either cheek and the zigzag line. But he had problems when he was
See,
younger.
I think that's overcommitment.
job.
I think that's showing your love a bit too much, personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you do see it incorporated into lots of tribal cultures. I've seen it all around the world. But I think, as Martin says, generally it's part of the tradition, it's part of the culture. It's got a very specific meaning. It's not just writing peace and love in Thai around your elbow and maybe not even getting that right. It's significant and it's part of the culture, which I think does change.
You don't like them.
I don't mind, really. I don't like it when people take anything too far, to
Right.
an absolute extreme. You know, when you do hear about people with the spider's web on the face, I think that's ridiculous. You're cutting yourself off from society with that, but a nice tattoo, what's
Now,
that
as I
problem?
said, we have some tattooed ladies with us this morning, Lisa and Lauren. Now, Lisa's mum, Lauren's daughter, and as far as I know, it's Lauren, you were the first one to get them.
Lindsay.
Lindsay. Lindsay was the first.
Yes.
Right, OK. What have you got, though?
I've got 9 tattoos in total.
Whereabouts? I can see some on your arms.
My arms, my back, my neck, and my feet.
Did you, when you originally started, did you just want one?
Yes.
Because people say it's quite addictive.
Yeah, they are.
Now, how did your mum react when you got them done?
At first, they didn't like them, even though they paid for my first one.
I'm beginning to get my head round that.
But they don't really like them, but they like them when I've had them, so they
Okay.
think they're pretty.
And now you have one yourself? Or
I've got 4 now.
You've got 4?
Yeah. Started out just with one, and I've got another one booked next month.
So were you inspired by your daughter?
No, Lindsay's my friend.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
I was misinformed, sorry. Okay.
I'd always loved them and thought perhaps I was too old to start. And then I thought, if I'm this age and I want them, go for it.
So what would be your message to Anne?
Do it.
See, I like where you've got that one down the side of the.
And it goes to the middle of my back.
How far down does it go?
To about here. But I am having that one further down to my hip.
One thing I like about tattoos, they're always a conversation starter.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got a tattoo, and then you have to say, where is it then? You see? Oh, it's there. Instant conversation.
You've got a story behind yours, presumably.
All of my tattoos has a story behind them. I said I wouldn't get any more tattoos because you have to make a firm point because they are addictive. But then I had another kid, and I've already got the first child's name on there, so I have to have another one.
Yeah.
Create another problem.
OK, let's go to the phones. Tattooed ladies, what do people think, Kirsty?
First, we have Gwen on line 1.
I know I'm going to be asked later. Have you had one, by the way?
No, haven't.
OK. Gwen, good morning.
Good morning.
Have you got any tattoos, Gwen?
Yes, I have a discreet one on my shoulder where Anne has her butterfly.
OK. And how old were you when you got that, Gwen?
Pardon?
How old were you when you got that?
Oh, I was nearly 74.
Never too old.
I have to... Go on.
Why did you do it? Why?
Because I've always wanted one, and quite frankly, I was working for Anne Summers at the time, which I really after 15 years.
Are a doc.
And I said some wonderful ladies who have them quite discreetly. Vicar's wives have them, Salvationists have them. You'd be surprised, and you are quite not ordinary people, sort of rather rude and common, but they're not. Most people have.
OK, now, Gwen, when you say you always wanted one, because I'm really interested in this as whether or not it's a blow for feminism, OK?
No.
Well, no, it's only because you didn't have one for years and years and years and years and years, presumably because people would frown or look down their nose at you. Or were you
Yeah,
just
but
scared?
nobody knew it. Well, they know now, but not many people know I've got it. And my son about 10 years ago bought Harley Davidson and felt obliged to have one.
Oh, your son.
Never-
Does he have a wife?
Pardon?
Does he have a wife, your son? Oh, rats. There we go. We thought you found your rub, Anne. Martin, sorry.
I was going to say that I had my tattoos quite late. I got to an age where I thought that, I'm not going to be looking for a job where, I could be judged on them. So I think that does come into it. I think sometimes people do get maybe tattoos too early, and then they can affect your life. They are very important things.
OK, let's leave it there.